Greetings students, this is going to be a video explaining how to navigate Dashboard in an efficient way. That is, to get to the stuff that you need to get to in a short amount of time, and to also explain some of the content that's available to you to help you succeed in the course. So I'm going to go to our course, Introduction to Logic. I'm going to go to Course Content, and when I go to Course Content, I'm going to set this to Student View really quickly. Okay. When I go to Course Content, I'm going to go up here to What Logic Studies. The first thing you're going to see is this bar that has the number of topics completed. You don't need to pay attention to that too much. The major things to pay attention to in the course are the quizzes, which are one of the main sources of your grade. And when you look at a quiz, it's going to tell you when it's due. In this case, 1B1 was due yesterday at 7 p.m. And that gives you a rough idea of the schedule you want to set for yourself to not get swamped by material in the course. So I have this set up so that each of these are due on a particular day and time. That is the schedule. But if you can't take the quiz on that day for whatever reason, so you forget about it or you're working, whatever, note that all of these end on the Sunday of this week at midnight. So you have from the time that it's due until that Sunday at midnight to complete that quiz without penalty. So if you miss it, don't stress about it. You can go back and take it up until that Sunday at midnight, and you will not be penalized for doing that. The other things to pay attention to, besides that, I've got the syllabus here. There's also some additional exercises that aren't quizzes that you can click on. There's also a link to the test here, which is going to take you out to Canvas. There are video tutorials that give you explanations for particular homework problems if you're struggling with that homework exercise. So if I go to 1B number 4, it's going to be a video explaining how to do homework problem number 4 from 1B1 if I click on this. So I've got a script blocker, but if I shut this off for a second, it's going to play this video that helps explain that particular exercise. Go back. So that was there, and each of the chapters has one of those video tutorial sections. So if you're ever stumped on something, you can always check out the videos first. If you're still not getting it, shoot me a message on Canvas and I'll try to respond as quickly as possible. The other thing to pay attention to are these study materials. These list homework answers if I've got them for particular problem sets. So I've got all the homework answers for 1B and 1C listed here. There's also some flashcards, a study guide, and a tip sheet. You can use these in preparations for the quizzes and the test. And this will be the same for each of the chapters. The multiple choice question stuff, that's just the quizzes in a different spot. So you don't have to worry about that too much. The one that's a little bit different than everybody else is Chapter 7, because it also has links to these truth table exercises that you can click on, but you can also access directly from Canvas if you would prefer. Okay. So that's the content for the course that you're mainly going to be concerned with, that lists the due dates and the material that's available to you. The other thing to pay attention to is quizzes. If I go to quizzes, this shows me all of my attempts that I've done for particular quizzes. So if I go to quiz 1B level 1, and I'm going to submissions, this will tell me that I've done one attempt. I got a 3 out of 8, 37.5%. I did not pass because the threshold was 70%. And I can also go back and look specifically at the ones that I believe got wrong. It doesn't show me what I got correct, I don't think. It only shows me what I got incorrect, and then I can view my feedback to try to answer that correctly the next time around. Let me just double check to see if I can't see the full attempt. I believe I can do that if I click on, let's go back here. Instead of clicking on submissions, if I go to reports, well, maybe not. It does not allow me to view everything. Summary. That's the questions, okay. So I may not be able to view all of the questions that I submitted. It only showed me the ones that I got incorrect. Okay. One thing I will say that you're probably going to want to avoid for now until we get this fixed is the grades portion of Dashboard, because the grade book is a little messed up. It shows each quiz is only being worth 10 points, which is inaccurate for one, and it only gives you the percentage that you got out of not even 10, but on that particular quiz, whatever the percentage was. And then it only ends up showing you your first attempt rather than subsequent attempts. So for most of you, it's going to continue to show this low grade even if you've gotten a higher grade later. So my suggestion for the time being, ignore gradebook. Do not worry about that. Only look at the quizzes page to get information about how you did on particular quizzes.